Hi everyone, it's Tuesday after the Belmont Stakes. I just wanted to wrap up a very good week. Obviously not the result that we were expecting or that we wanted. We finished fifth in the Belmont Stakes. We were actually fifth out of 9, and as everyone knows, Big Brown did not run his race on Saturday and was eased across the wire and finished last. So we ended up getting beat just less than 10 lengths. We picked up 30,000. And all in all, just a wonderful week. I'm very, very proud of our team. We worked really hard to make sure that we accommodated everyone, all the partners and their guests. I think we were close to 70 people on a very, very tough day at Belmont Park, obviously with the heat and the humidity, but we got everybody in the spots that they wanted to be. And again, job well done to the West Point team and to the partners. Quite a few who came out throughout the week. Starting with the event in Times Square, the press luncheon, and then the draw on Wednesday and the press party, and all the other things out to the barn to see our colt train. It was just a wonderful week and a very memorable experience. One thing that really struck me, I was talking to Dallas after the race, and he was just talking about obviously all the hoopla around Dutrow and all the smack talking that Dutrow was putting out in the press and around his barn. And one thing Dallas talked about was just how much of an honor it is to participate in these races. You know, it's a very, very large group of horses that are born every year that are trying to get to the exact spot and the starting gate that we were in on Saturday. So it really made a mark on me. It is, and it was quite an honor to participate in the Belmont Stakes and actually go in and to have a shot on paper to really run well, and then of course to turn for home and to be in the spot where we were second or third and looked like we had a shot if we were going to continue on to be first or second. Obviously it didn't happen. Garrett Gomez, who I thought rode a good race, obviously we dropped back a little further than we would have expected, but he just said the colt wasn't really picking it up down the backside. Then he picked it up kind of in a spurt, and then he ran out of horse. So he took good care of Macho again the last eighth of a mile. Didn't really hit him, and he coasted home fifth, especially when he knew he was going to be a clear-cut fifth. So all in all, just a wonderful week, and our colt came out of the race in very good shape. They flew him back yesterday morning, and I talked to Dallas today. He said he was really, really psyched about the way our colt was acting. He thought that he could have taken him back to the racetrack today. He'll probably give him another day or two before he actually takes him back. But we're going to look at all of our options. We can go to Saratoga, we can go to the Haskell at Monmouth, we can go to the West Virginia Derby, we can go to Jim Dandy and or the Travers at Saratoga. So the sky's the limit for a good colt like this. And as it pertains to the Dutrow situation and a Big Brown, I often thought, and last week when the Hooters girls showed up at the barn, I said that's probably the last straw, and I thought that if the racing gods were gonna take action, Big Brown would have been third or fourth. But I guess that team and that situation really ticked the racing gods off, and you see what they did. So you got to be very careful that you can back up everything you say. And of course, Dutrow was able to back it up 2 times, but that third time's a charm. And I think he walked out of that paddock, and that was a sad sight to see him with the sweat stained and with his head down, walking out to the boos and the jeers of the New York crowd. But I will say, I think they were deserved and earned, because you don't talk about another man's horse like Dutrow did for the 3 weeks leading up to the Belmont. So I think we all learned something, and if we're ever in that position, I think we'll be able to look back and we'll be able to go to school with all the connections that surrounded Big Brown. So all in all, very, very proud of our team, very proud of our horse and our trainer, and really, really proud to represent our partners on such a big stage. So look forward to seeing you at the races this summer.